Chapter 12. Tara. The light had changed. I was moving. There were wheels under me. A car? That car? Oh shit, no. Ryan. I kept slogging away at school, work on Wednesday. Didn't see Vince much. Didn't care much. Ash was around, saying as little as usual, but just being there. I was going to ask about him and that hot Mel chick, but I didn't want to hear anything about bloody Brittany. I went for a run before tea, watched some TV with John, went to bed early. I'm making up for the nights I didn't sleep, I suppose. John spoke just as I was heading off for bed. You know, mate, I was a wild driver when I was a young guy. If anybody hit someone, feels like it should have been me, not you. Don't know if that makes any sense. Nah, not really. Not much sense at all. But I guess the thought did. 12 days after admission, the patient was transferred to Ward 11, recovery ward. Spastic twitching of the legs continued. The tracheotomy tube remained in place in case there were problems with airway blockage. Ryan. Ash told me at school on Thursday how Mal said people have been sending heaps of cards and flowers and things to Tara. Some Chinese guy and a woman even turned up with a big stuffed dog. Nobody else was there when I got home. I stood staring out the window for a bit. Then I flipped through the phone book for the number I was after and rang the Gowers. It should have been victim support, but Mrs. G had said. A voice answered. Hi, there's nobody here just now. Leave your name and... I stood stone still. It was a girl's voice, light and clear. Her voice. It had to be. I tried to say something, but my throat was jammed. I put the phone down. John was doing overtime at work. I'd heard him and Mum talking bills at breakfast. She was doing some study for her office skills course. About 8 o'clock, I rang the Gowers again. My fingers went tight as the phone burred at the other end. Mrs. G answered. Her voice was tired. Yes, Tara was in a room in the recovery ward. They were still waiting for the sedation to wear off completely. I took a breath and tried again. I wonder if I could see her sometime, just to say I'm sorry. Silence at the other end. Finally, her mother said, We'll have to think about that, Ryan. The doctors say she'll probably have no idea what happened, but we don't want anything that might upset her. We certainly don't want her knowing who you are. I'll get back to you. They didn't want their daughter knowing. I was supposed to be some sort of mongrel, was I? Yeah, I guess I was, as far as they were concerned. I looked at my watch, 8:09 p.m. Almost exactly 2 weeks. Insulin infusions continued. More extensive physiotherapy was also started, with a tilt table being used to exercise spinal muscles. Ryan. On Friday morning, Tara's father rang. I heard Mum say, Hello, Richard, and stopped with a chunk of toast half in my mouth. She listened, said, I'll get him, and passed me the phone. Mr. G sounded polite but careful. Tara's mum and I have talked it over, Ryan. We're not all that thrilled with the idea, but yes, you can come and see her, just for a few moments. The hospital says they want to stimulate her, but not tire her. I hesitated, then asked if I could come that afternoon. All right, he said, but don't expect anything. We're not sure if she can hear anything. She hasn't opened her eyes yet. Mum didn't say much when I told her. I could tell she still didn't like the idea. At school, I told Ash and Vince too. Vince said nothing, surprise, surprise. At the end of lunchtime, as I was heading off to the computer room, Ash suddenly went, I'll come. I'll hang around in reception. I said thanks and hoped that I'd have the guts to do it for him. Tara. Underneath me, something moved. My back lifted up. That car. Then there was a hand stroking me, and I could smell soap or lotion. Who was... I had to find out. On the 15th day after admission, there were indications that the patient was trying to open her eyes. Ryan. Ash and I got a bus to Central Hospital. John had the Subaru at work, and anyway, I still felt edgy about driving. Ward 11 was one floor below ICU. We came through the doors into a biggish reception area with chairs and a TV set. Half a dozen people were sitting around, and suddenly I saw another reason Ash had come. Two of the people were Mel and Brittany. Dark-haired Mel smiled at us. She sure was cute. Brittany gave me the same glare she had outside Southside Plaza. She sure wasn't cute. What do you want? I wasn't taking any more bullshit from her. It's none of your bloody business. You think? She fired up, but I bulldozed straight over her. Just shut it, eh? I know you're a friend and you hate my guts. Shit, do you think I'm not sorry? Do you think I wouldn't give anything if this never happened? It was the first time I'd said it out loud, and I could feel myself shaking. I held my voice low, but the other people in the reception area were watching. Brittany kept glaring. Ash spoke suddenly. He's right, Brittany. This guy's gutted. Mel's big dark eyes watched me. Brittany began to snarl something, then stopped and looked past me. I turned, and Tara's father was coming towards us. He gave us a tired smile. Didn't expect such a crowd. Probably be best if just two of you come in at a time. Mel said, I'll wait. There was silence for a second. Brittany and I looked at each other. Okay, Mr. Gower asked. So we headed off, me and this chick who hated me, for the room of her friend, whose life I may be ruined forever.